Okay, there we go. Well, guys, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Anyway, we'll get this figured out. So next week it will be on the correct Zoom link, I promise you. And then all the other trainings that we're doing, everything else, it'll be the same Zoom link for everything in Freedom Team. So anyway, I thought that's what I did, but obviously I didn't. So I do apologize. Anyway, guys, thanks for jumping in. Again, just a reminder, we do this every Tuesday. Okay. Every Tuesday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. here in Colorado, where I'm at. So what we're doing too, normally we have people on here. We'll do like a training of some sort and open it up for different things. The first Tuesday of every month, we're kind of more opening it up for just kind of a Q&A, really just a good mastermind. Anything that you guys want to, specifically talk about. I've got a couple things that I wanted to share with people that might just start some discussion. But wherever we go from here, we might go clear down a whole nother road, and that's totally fine. We're all dealing with different things and different challenges, things that are working, things that we tried that didn't work that you could share. Whatever you do, just kind of work together here. Would be great. So I do want to share my screen because just a couple things I want to share with you guys if you haven't done this. Obviously, one of the things that we're all trying to figure out, listings are like, you get a listing, it's like printing money right now. Not easy to get. They're coming at a premium right now, but it is that time of year. There are always going to be those people that have to move. And of course, going into spring and summer, we are seeing here in Colorado Springs, things are starting to pick up the pace in terms of number of listings. I know my wife and I think we've got 4 that we're putting on this week. So things are starting to pick up, and it does this time of year. One of the things I just want to share with you guys, I'm into my EXP back office, and if you're not with EXP, this is something that we have. You're probably using. You should have a CRM of some sort that you're using. A lot of us here we're using kvCore. I'm going to go into kvCore because I just want to show you guys something that you can do that's pretty simple to try and generate leads, but also I want to mainly focus on getting more listings. Okay. So whatever CRM you're using, whatever IDX website you're using, you might have your own website set up with your MLS wherever you are. This does not have to be a kvCore thing. Almost every website will do this, but I just want to show you what we're doing here that could work for you with kvCore. Okay, as far as generating some listing leads. So I'm in the back office here of our kvCore. And I'm going to go to our homepage. I just want you guys to see this real quick. So this is our homepage, my wife and I with kvCore. Again, whatever website you're using, you should have something like this that you can do. This is all customizable here. We get this included at EXP. So if you are here and if you haven't set up your kvCore, I would tell you just set this up. Even to be able to just do what I'm going to show you right now. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money on marketing to bring in leads to kvCore. There's a lot of things that you can do with kvCore to bring in more that will cost you money, and that's fine. But there are some things you can do. I think if you do some of what I'm going to show you right here, you could bring in an extra 8 to 10 deals a year. Seriously. One of the things that I'm doing right now is this right here. Up at the top of our page here on kvCore, you've got this link here that says home value. If you click on that, it takes you to this home evaluation page. Okay. You all have this on your kvCore. And again, whatever website you're using, you should have something like this. Okay. So I just want to show you what you can do with this. If you just copy this link right up here, okay, out of the browser, if I copy that and then I go, this is what I do. I go to my Facebook business page. Okay. And I go in here, create post, and then I paste that link. So it creates a link on there, find your home's value now for free. And I'm just going to do this real quick. So let's just say I type in, looking to move this summer. How much will your home sell for? Free, all caps, free online home evaluation. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Online, there we go. Home evaluation. And then I always do this in caps. No obligation. Click here. And I post that. Okay, so I'll post that right now on my business page. I could do this 10 times a day on my business page. All right. And it'll create a post right down here. When somebody clicks on this, if I click on this right here, it takes me back to that home evaluation page. People put in their address right here. They hit get estimate. They have to put in their name and their email. Okay. When they do that, I get the lead on that. It drops it back in here into my kvCore back office. Okay. So I could post that. I post it on my business page multiple times a day. Now, maybe once a day, I can share it from my business page, okay, over here to just my main Facebook page. Okay. And when I do that now, it's going to show up over here on my regular Facebook timeline. Okay. I'm not going to do that multiple times on my regular page because I'm going to run some people away. But on my business page, I'll do that all day long. Okay. When somebody clicks there, they fill in that information. Oops, right here, their address, get estimate, and they get a great looking email with comps from their neighborhood, that kind of stuff. kvCore does that automatically. Most of the websites out there that you have an IDX website attached to your MLS, it will do that. And now you get the lead. Okay. So again, the more you can do that, the more potential seller traffic you get, the better. Okay. One other thing I want to show you here in the back office of kvCore, if you have not done this yet, this is something I learned recently, and we've done this here, in the back office here, get more leads. If I click on this right here, there's all kinds of things you can do, and you can pay for kvCore to do Google pay-per-click ads, Facebook ads, that kind of stuff. Over here on the right is this property boost. Okay. If I click on property boost, this is something that kvCore offers. My wife and I, we've done it with 3 of our listings. You can take one of your listings. If you haven't done this yet, I would totally recommend this because it's very cheap. It's only $60 for a week. When you hit boost property, you put in the MLS ID number from your MLS. It auto populates in there the address and everything else. And for $60, kvCore will do what's called a property boost. They'll run that ad, a targeted ad on Facebook in your area, okay, for 1 week. And so for $60 a week, you do this. We've run it 3 times. Here's what we got. 3 ads ran. It showed up on 4,432 Facebook timelines, basically. We had 221 people click through on those ads. 2 people shared it. This is the key right here. 36 people filled out their name and their address. They wanted to know more about that property. And that's a lead that we got that got dumped into our kvCore CRM back here in our dashboard. Okay. So these leads down here, most of these came in through those property boosts. And we did it right here. So with 36 leads at a total of $180, okay, $60 times 3, that's $4.58 a lead. That's a great price for a lead. Okay. And that's a simple thing that you can do to bring in just more leads into your kvCore back office. But I would tell you to be running this ad right here multiple times a day because it's free to do. You could do this on LinkedIn, Facebook, you're all over the place, wherever you want to do it. Okay. So just know that that's there. And really, no matter whatever company you're with right now, whatever IDX website you're using, you should have something like this. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to show you is this right here. You're looking for content to post. Again, maybe on your Facebook business page. One of the things that we have with kvCore is right over here at the top right, homeowner tips. All right. I click on this and it brings up articles. This is done automatically for you. You have this right now if you have your kvCore set up. About every 2 to 3 days, they post a new article. So this one came out on March 31st. What's a mesh network? What to consider when adding on. That was on the 28th. On the 24th, wood isn't your only option. Building materials outside the box. Let's say I want to, I want to post that article. I can click on that article. Okay. It looks like I wrote this article. It's got my name over here, my wife and I, whatever, send email. There's my name right there. Okay. Looks like maybe I put this together. Obviously I didn't do it. This is something that was done automatically. I can copy that link right there. Again, go back over here. Let me go back to let me just go over here. Let me go back to my Facebook business page. Okay. Create post. Oops. Paste that link. And there's the article. And now what I might do is take one line out of that article. Maybe I'll just take right here, I don't know. I usually do this. I'll just take like the first couple lines, maybe out of this, or the first paragraph, whatever. And I'll add that into the post right here. I'll paste that in, and then I post it. Somebody clicks on that article, brings them back to this page. Okay, you'll see the article. It shows up right there. Again, so if you're trying to provide content, now there's lots of ways to do that as well. And I'm trying to do this just about every day on different pages, LinkedIn, different things. So like over here, there's all kinds of places. You might want to just write down some of these websites that you can go to if you're just looking for good articles, good content to post in different places, okay? So Realty Biz News, I get on here sometimes, and again, you'll see real estate news. Some of it's geared towards agents. Some of it is stuff that you could apply you could post and would apply out to prospective clients, right? How to choose carpet or tile for your rental property. 8 ways home buyers can get their offer accepted. Best questions to ask a realtor before buying a home. If I wanted to post that, right, I can click on that link. Right, there's the article. Again, I just go up here, I copy and paste that out of the browser. Right up there, I go to my Facebook business page, LinkedIn, whatever, and I paste that. And now I might take one line out of that. And now there's my article, okay? And if I could do that a couple times a day on my business page, I might do it once a day on my regular page or several times a week on my regular page. But again, what happens over time? You become the expert, right? People start coming to you when it comes to just, again, you're the expert on real estate. Realty Biz News, good site to go to. There's this one right here. If and you can type this in, there's basically daily news articles that Realtor Magazine has. Right up here at the top, you can see this, magazine.realtor/daily-news. I've just got this saved as a favorite over here. And so this is one that I'll get into. They post articles every day, and these are things that you can post.
Excellent.
So
spell italic.
What's that?
How is spelled?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I-T-A.
Guys, mute yourself if you can, okay? So right over here, there's just articles every day. These are from yesterday. They usually post these in the afternoon. So yesterday, 6 ways to show your commitment to fair housing. That's more for realtors, obviously. The condo market is booming. ARMs may appeal to buyers seeking savings. Home features that may boost sales price. See, that right there would be one that you could post. Again, looking for more sellers. Home features that may boost sales price. So maybe things that sellers would want to do to get their home ready for sale, right? I could copy that. Maybe I take that over here to LinkedIn. And go to, actually, I didn't need to go to my page. Hold on, let me go back. I just create a post right here, start a post, paste that. There's the article. Now I'm going to go back over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line. Let's see. Some unusual or uncommon home features are not only attracting buyers, but also encouraging them to pay more for those features. In the study for Angie, from Angie's list, researchers combine. Let's see. Okay. So I might just take this right here. I'll copy just that first paragraph. Geez, come on. There we go. Copy that. Go over here to LinkedIn. Paste that, and then I'm going to put in some hashtags, okay? So I'll do hashtag, home. Oops, geez, what am I doing? Home selling, housing market. Let's see, even home buyers. Home sellers, real estate agent, realtor, and then maybe just post that. You could add as many hashtags as you want, okay? And I'll post that there on my LinkedIn page. Okay. So again, anything like that, I'll do that all over the place. And I'll do this, just take, 15 minutes a day and just post some of these kind of things. There's all kinds of stuff. You'll start attracting some agents that are looking at that. You'll get but you're adding value to them. But now, of course, you're pulling in buyers and sellers, that kind of stuff, becoming the expert for them. So this Realtor magazine page, daily articles, they come out every single day, 5 days a week, and all kinds of stuff there. There's also this one here, housingwire.com. That's another one. And there's all kinds of stuff up here, and you can see just daily things. Some of these you have to pay for, but I don't pay for any of these. You can sign up for this and, get extra stuff. But there's all kinds of stuff, in here with, trending news, latest posts, real trends posts, all kinds of stuff. But you'll see things down here that would relate to buyers or sellers, okay? And you can post that. CNBC, they have a real estate page. Okay, if you go to cnbc.com and just click on real estate, and you'll find, again, more articles down here, and you'll see things right here. If you're considering an adjustable rate mortgage, know the risks. That'd be one to post, and you'll just find different things in here as well. Over here, real trends. That was actually an article about EXP. I got that one saved. I want to post that later. But here's the other thing I want to tell you is sometimes, if you're not doing this, we've been talking some about this, building video content. If you're wondering, what do I do? How do I start doing some more videos? You could just take one of these articles, okay? Like maybe read that article on, this one right here, the one that we posted, home features that may boost sales price. Read this article. Jot down a few notes about it. Read it through a few times, okay? And then just get on your phone and you don't have to get in the studio. You don't have to get in front of a green screen. It doesn't have to look like this big professionally produced thing, but do an article or do a video. It might be 2 or 3 minutes. You could even read part of that article, okay? And then post that video. Now, I would tell you to go in and create a YouTube channel, okay? Put it up there, start creating more and more of those videos. It might be 2, 3, 4 minutes long. That's it. Do a thumbnail for it. We can teach you how to do that later. Okay. But start putting these videos onto a YouTube channel, and then take that link from your YouTube page and post that link now over to your Facebook business page, over to your Facebook page, to LinkedIn. You're driving people back to your YouTube channel. Over time, you become an expert. And I would tell you, I'm posting different things, daily right now. Kyle Whissel, another big agent here at EXP, but he's got a huge online video presence. And here's what I tell you, go to his page. I subscribe to it because, again, you could go down here and just watch one of his videos and just redo his video. He'll tell you to do that. I'm not doing anything that you can't do, that you shouldn't do. He'll tell you to do that. Just watch one of mine and copy what I do, okay? You can go down here, real estate agent tips and tricks. So he's got stuff for agents, but then he's got a podcast. He's also got things just on the market. So like down here, there's all kinds of stuff down here. The San Diego real estate market update. Watch a few of those and do that same thing for wherever you are. And just do a 5-minute video. He's got neighborhood tours, buying a home in San Diego tips and tricks. Watch those, but now do the same thing for your market wherever you are, and create a YouTube channel. Post those videos over to your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, all that kind of stuff. Again, over time, what happens? You become the expert. But the power about doing these videos is you've got a 24/7, presence now, because you will find people that are watching things all the time. Tina Caul, she's another big agent over here. Okay. She posted this back in December, and this is what kind of got me going down this road, knowing that I needed to do this. She posted this right here back in December 9th. The lesson is, don't ever stop starting. I just want to read this post. I'm going to be upfront and honest. I hate video. Yep, it's true. But for years, my mentors kept saying, just do it. I finally listened. 7 years ago, we did 3 videos and stopped. 80 subscribers. 2 years ago, we did 3 videos and stopped. 110 subscribers. 1 year ago, we did 72 videos and are not stopping. 1.34 videos per week. 6,064 subscribers. Consistency. I love the results. 400 new subscribers per month. 25,000 to 65,000 views on videos I created 12 months ago. That's the beauty of video. It's constantly working for you over and over and over. While you're sleeping, your video, your YouTube channel is working, okay? Don't ever stop starting. Check it out and subscribe if you like. So I'm just saying there's power in that, but if you're looking for content, you can find content on Real Trends, on CNBC, their real estate page, on housingwire.com, on the Realtor Magazine daily article page, over here on Realty Biz News. Just read one of those articles, watch somebody else's video, just duplicate that video. It doesn't have to be this big fancy thing. Just do it on your phone right here and then post it up there. You'll start getting better and better and more comfortable the more you do it. But you're creating something now that you now start posting that over there on your Facebook business page, along with, this, the kvCore, over here, this online, home value page, whatever, to pick up more buyers, okay, or more sellers. If you want more buyers, I've done this before, but I'll do it real quick. You could go over here to, again, let me go back to my main page. I'm sorry. Go back to my home page. This is, again, just another thing you can do that's just free to do, okay? So this is something I'm doing this multiple times a day, again, on my business page. I type in Colorado Springs.
You recognize that voice?
That's where I'm at, okay? You could do it on here by school district. You could do it by, hey guys, mute yourself if you can, okay? Mute yourself if you got background noise. You could do it by zip code. You could do it by school district. You could do it by price range. Like right here, let's say I'm looking for first-time buyers. I go over here, I type in maybe 3-bed, 2-bath minimum up to, let's say, 400,000 first-time buyers here in Colorado Springs. I do a search. 21 homes come up. Copy that out of the browser. Again, go back to my Facebook business page. Paste that link. And it creates a post. Homes in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I might put in here, tired of renting? Question mark, tired of building your landlord's equity? Maybe it's time to buy your first home or to buy a home. Free list of homes up to $400,000, no obligation, all caps, click here. They click there, it brings them back to that kvCore page, wherever that was up here in all this mess. Let me see. It brings it back to this page right here. Mine is set up and you can customize this yourself. And again, all the CRMs out there, all the pages that you're working with, whatever company you're with, this is just what we're using, but you all have access to this, okay? The second home they click on, a pop-up window comes up. They have to put in their name, their email address, and now I get the lead on that. kvCore does have what's called a smart CRM. When they put in their name and their email, I don't ask for the phone number. kvCore goes out online and searches the internet and auto-populates their phone number and puts it into the lead when it comes in over here, okay? It does that for you automatically. But let's say I want to do, maybe I want to look at, I want to search for, luxury buyers, okay? So I could do the same thing, Colorado Springs. Maybe I don't even put a bed and bath in there, but put a minimum price of $1 million. And I search that. 57 homes come up right now, $1 million and up. Copy that link, paste it over here. It's going to bring up those homes, all right? And maybe my line is, is it time to move to luxury? Free list of homes, $1 million and up, no obligation, click here. Anybody that clicks on that, they're coming in. The second home they click on, it drops that lead into my kvCore back office. And that's all free stuff, guys, that you can do, okay? You can pay kvCore to run ads for you and do all kinds of stuff. Nothing wrong with that. These are just things. I think if you do some of this right here, you could easily pick up an extra 6 to 8 deals a year easily without having to pay anything extra. Just do this multiple times a day on different websites, on different social media platforms. I'm not going to do that 10 times a day on my regular Facebook business page because I'm going to run all my friends away. But I will do it multiple times a day on my Facebook business page and then share 1 or 2 of those a day over to my regular page. When they click on that now, the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to drive, I want to keep building my Facebook business page as well. So I'm going to share it from that page. Okay. Some of those people will now subscribe or follow me on my Facebook business page. So hopefully that makes sense. But there's things you can do like that are just free to do. And so I wanted to at least start it with that because I know we're all looking for more listings and, more buyers, whatever, especially listings right now. There's lots of ways to just start generating more and more traffic, to your websites, whatever websites you're using by doing that. So anyway, let's open it up here a little bit. Any thoughts on any of that? Any comments, questions, maybe things you're doing that are working? So again, the first Tuesday of the month, just something to talk about, but let's throw it out here. We could go completely off that topic. This is just an open forum right now for questions, maybe concerns, comments, things that are working for you, things that you did that didn't work that you want to share, just so we don't all make the same mistake, because we all make those mistakes, all kinds of stuff. Okay. But let's unmute ourselves and just start talking a little bit. Any thoughts on what I just shared? I've done some of that before, but I haven't done it on these Tuesday morning things ever. So any thoughts or questions? Is anybody doing some of that where it's working?
I just want to thank you for putting that out there. I learned a lot there.
It'll work, guys. Okay. We're bringing in leads with it. What are thoughts, questions?
I have a
I've
question.
done a little bit of that.
Tara?
The same thing you did, build the search on the site, throw it out through Facebook. And I've actually gotten a couple leads that have panned out. We all know how leads go. You get
Sure.
more quantity than quality, but it's a real easy way to get exposure and push people to look at things. And then, like you said, you pull up other people who have shared it with others, and it circulates a lot. I don't do any of the extra stuff. I just do the search, and that's pretty much it. But even that has been fairly beneficial.
Sure. And guys, if you have assistants, like this is something, you could have your assistant do, or a VA. If you've got a virtual assistant, just show them how to do this a couple times, and then they could be posting like this for you multiple times a day on your page. If you have somebody like that, it doesn't have to be you doing it, but even if you do it, just, I don't know, you could do this 4 or 5 times a day. It really does take about 5 minutes. I mean, and then to post one of those articles really just find a good article, copy and paste that out of the browser, take a couple lines out of maybe the opening paragraph of that article, put that in there, put some hashtags on there to, drive some traffic that way as well. People that are searching those hashtags. And again, you become the expert over time is what happens. And then if you want to go to the next step, take some of those articles and turn that into a video. Just read the article a few times, jot down some notes, highlight some things. You could have the page right there in front of you in one hand with your phone in the other. Be looking at the phone. If you need to look over here at some notes, go ahead. It's fine, and then post that video. It might be a 3-minute video on something about adjustable rate mortgages, or something about, 3 tips to, that's, to help sellers make an extra $10,000 on their house, whatever. Come up with different things like that. And you can post those videos. Now start creating a video channel as well, which will then work for you 24/7. A year from now, people are still watching those videos. That's the power of video, and video is king right now. I'm telling you, the thing is, everything's going that direction, which is why I'm doing it. But some other thoughts, that or anything else?
Yeah, Jeff, I just wanted to ask, how beneficial is it from everything you just showed to have kvCore, the CRM system, to work in conjunction to what you're doing? Could you do a lot of this without a CRM?
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, a lot of the IDX web pages aren't connected to a CRM. I mean, kvCore is both, but whatever page people are using, they should. I used Boomtown for a long time. Boomtown was not originally set up as a CRM when I first got it. This was like 15 years ago. I mean, 10, 12 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I had it for a long time. And, but Boomtown at first was just more of an IDX website. And they eventually went to a CRM platform with drip campaigns and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of, websites out there that will have that, and people use a separate CRM, to then take that lead and put it into the CRM. So I used Top Producer for a long time, which again did not have that website attached to it. I used Agent Office. That was another one that I did, but they were 2 separate platforms. You just need the website, to drive traffic to. Different ways you can do that. And then you can dump those leads coming into a CRM. But I love kvCore. It's a combination of the two. A lot of you guys know the story. I mean, when I moved into EXP, I did shut off Boomtown. It was $2,000 a month that I was paying for Boomtown. I did it for 10 years. I mean, between referrals and Boomtown, that was the biggest part of our team's business. kvCore is, again, I've heard it said the Cadillac of CRMs. I believe that. I mean, it's definitely better than what I have with Boomtown. Then again, I shouldn't say that now. Boomtown, I shut it off 4 years ago. So what they have now and where they are now, I have no idea. I'm sure they've changed a lot and grown a lot. They're a great platform. I used it for a long time. But kvCore is awesome. I love that it's included here for sure. So for all of us who are already EXP. Yeah.
Let me maybe further ask. I'm just thinking about all the people that so many of us have in EXP who are not qualified, right? They're struggling some are selling none, some are selling 2 or 3 a year. And here you are showing something that without spending any money, you said could lead to 6 to 8 additional home sales. So
Easily.
my thought to go further, what you're just showing right there literally may take someone 30 minutes to an hour a day to do different posts throughout the day, maybe an hour. But obviously to then make it work, it's still you picking up the phone and then calling some of these leads that have now been hitting the pages and so forth.
For sure. You still need to call them. You still got to get in touch with them. You got to do everything you can to get them. They're probably not just clicking on your site. You know, they're going to other sites if they're actively looking. And, you know, you definitely want to get in touch. Now, kvCore has, you know, some good drip systems in there and campaigns and different things, you know, for sure. But you still need to make the call if you can, for sure. Get on the phone.
So if I stop there, not to keep putting you on the spot, but I'm thinking of people that we could send this video to on our team who are struggling.
Sure.
When you reach out to that prospective client, is there certain verbiage, is there certain dialogue or scripts that somebody can follow in regards to when you reach out? And I know every one of them could be different, but is there a generic reach out phrase, something when you're calling these prospective clients that have been hitting your page?
Yeah, I mean, and it's been a while since I've done it. I mean, I know we had a script we used all the time, and some of you guys might have a script that you're using right now that is working for you want to share. I know with sellers, we used to, whatever, hey, Joe, Jeff Morrell, over here at EXP, I got your request for an online home evaluation. Just so you know that you should have an email there with that. Are you folks looking to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Is usually what I would ask. And they would kind of give you, we're thinking about it. We've been talking about it. I know it's tough to buy right now, whatever, but definitely something we're looking into, whatever. If you were to make a move, would it be, would you be staying here in Colorado Springs, or are you looking to move out of state? Where are you looking to go? And then again, having this conversation, no, we'd be staying here somewhere. So would you need to sell first or buy? Would you buy first, or would you need to sell in order to buy? What's your situation right now? And maybe having some of that conversation, So again, I might set them up on a home search, depending with that. Hey, could I offer to do that? If they're looking to move anytime soon, I'm going to try and set the appointment to go meet them. What I sent you is a very generic, sort of sample of what's been selling around your neighborhood. I'll give you a rough idea, but of course, until I can really get in to see your place, I mean, there's no way, with upgrades and different things, the computer's not going to take that into account. What's your schedule like, the next, couple of weeks? Could we set something up? I can come by and really take a good look at your house and give you a more accurate, evaluation. And some people, if they're looking to, sure, we'll have you over. And you get somewhere, it's like, again, if they're like 3, 4, 5 months out, I might just put them on a thing. One of the things I always learn with every lead, buyer or seller, I would always ask them, when would be a good time for me to follow back with you? Okay. And whatever they say, cut it in half. Well, why don't you call me in 6 months? I'm putting it on my schedule to call them in 3. Call me in 4 months. I'm calling them in 2. Call me in a month. I'm calling them in 2 weeks. Call me in a year. I'm calling them in 6 months. I mean, seriously, I learned to do that. And that was through Craig Proctor. We did all that stuff because, again, if you waited too long, you never know. Life happens. Something changes. They're thinking to move in 6 months, but they're driving around. They just happen to drive by an open house next weekend, and all of a sudden they get the bug. Like, wow, we need to do this quicker. Like, let's do this. There's homes coming on the market, and you call them in 6 months, and they're already sold and moved into the new place. So cut that time in half, whatever they tell you. But yeah, different scripts. Anybody else got a script that you're using right now that you've been using with buyers or sellers when you call them that's really working well for you? Anybody want to share anything? No scripts?
Oh, I have one to share, but I need a suggestion for one.
Sure.
So while we're talking, I posted on my Facebook, and 2 seconds ago just got a seller lead for a subdivision that I've sold in the past.
That's
I
awesome.
know they gave me bogus contact because I recognize the address.
Right.
So I just looked it up in the PVA to make sure it's who I think it is. And it is who I think it is.
There you
But
go.
they didn't give me their real phone number.
Sure.
So what would you do?
So again, what I do, like my KV, and again, are you using kvCore?
Yes.
Okay. So
I mean, I followed right when you said, try this, I did it. And it was like, boom, right like that. I got somebody
that's
that
awesome.
registered.
That's what'll happen. So again, you can find the phone number. Chances are, if you dig
No, I
around a little
have
bit.
it. I'm just wondering if because they gave me fake information when they registered, are they saying, you know me, I know you? I just wanted to see what your website says. So
Possibly.
would you still go ahead and reach out to them?
I would absolutely
Even though
reach
they
out to
didn't
them.
give me the right
I would
stuff?
absolutely reach out to them at least through email. whatever, and work on that a little bit. But you might follow back with a text if you've got the number, and just, hey, I saw where the number was wrong, not trying to pester you. If you are looking to make a move, I can, whatever, just start getting some dialogue going back and forth if you can, and if they don't want to be, they gave you the wrong number because they don't want to be called right now, so I don't even put that in there. My kvCore is set up where I don't ask for their phone number. I just get their name and their email, but then again, kvCore goes out and searches and puts in their phone number, and 9 out of 10 times it's accurate, and so then I will call them, or text them, but at least start making that contact and that stuff through email. Now you might even want to just, you can start sending them a few of those articles, hey, saw where you might, you might be looking to sell sometime soon, whatever, just read, here's a good article on, 6 tips to get your home ready for sale or whatever. You can find those things online, or you might have those things, and start just dripping on them a little bit, a couple, 2-3 times over the next couple, 2-3 days, and just
But
see what kind of replies you get on that.
When I set up my kvCore, it was like a little over 2 years ago when I first came over with Tim. And I kind of followed along with a guy named Adam Frank, who has a really great YouTube. Here's how you set up your kvCore.
Sure.
But mine doesn't have those extra links that you were going through, that just has buyer tips, seller tips. So I've got to get into my kvCore.
Get
and
in there
figure
and
out
see.
how to
There's
link
ways to
them.
add those in. Yeah. And I don't
Yeah.
know, again, I've had mine set up for so long.
I'll ask Adam, because he's,
Okay.
but that's missing from mine. Mine is just a basic, kind of the cookie cutter stuff that comes with the website.
Right. One of the things I want to just to share with you guys, and I don't know if you've ever been on, I don't know if you guys know Sylvia Dana. I do like taking people to her stuff. She's an EXP agent. If you type out, Sylvia Dana kvCore on YouTube, she does have she's got a group. Oh, hold on a minute. Jeez. Quiet, Sylvia. Go over here to Workplace. She does have a group in here in Workplace. If you're part of EXP, CRMs for dum-dums. Okay. This is her group, and it's all about kvCore. Okay. And you could join that. There's how many people in there? 11,530 members in that group. A lot of activity going on in that group every day. Okay. But what I do like about her, if you go to her YouTube channel, okay, she's got tons of kvCore training and tips in here. And one of the things I like about what she does is most of her videos in here, for the most part, like there's this whole playlist right here, how to set up your kvCore website. And if you look at these videos, I mean, there's a whole playlist here. This one's, 37 seconds. This one I think is the longest at 20 minutes, 13 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes. I like them because they're all in pretty much like in bite-sized chunks, So anyway, I would recommend, getting in there, searching her out a little bit. Sylvia Dana kvCore, she's got some great stuff in there. She can walk you through a lot of different things and tips and tricks, but that Workplace group, there's also a kvCore discussion group in Workplace. If you want to get a part of, be a part of that, about 22,000 people in that group, very active as well. But she's one of those people that's an expert that can help walk you through some different things, so just know that those are there. It's a great tool, great system. So
Jeff,
thoughts, comments?
if
Go ahead.
somebody was watching all this, somebody on our team that isn't here right now, and they're watching it and wanted to potentially go get somebody to set this up for them, the basics, so forth, they don't mind paying a couple $100 to do it, whatever. Is Sylvia the best one? You still think Craig Shade, or who do you think's the best one?
I haven't worked with Sylvia directly, so I don't know what she does or what she charges. I know you and we've used Craig, and maybe we can put the phone number in the chat here or something, or his email address. He's also an EXP agent, Craig Shade. Is that how you say his last name?
I think so. SCHAID, I think.
If you want to find him, Sean, maybe put him in the chat down here, because he does have a service, guys, where he was actually the state broker for, was it Alabama? I forget.
I don't remember either.
I'm going to post a link of all different kinds of kvCore training, paid for and not paid for. Free.
Perfect. Okay. That's
Thank you.
awesome. Very cool. But Craig will set it up for you. I know Adam Frank has a service like that. What I do like Craig will set it up for you, and then he'll do like an hour-long Zoom with you to kind of walk you through a lot of the different, basic things with it, and some of what I just showed you, some of that I learned from him, whatever. But he's got some good stuff as well. A couple $100 or something, but they'll set it up for you. But again, I think if you watch some of Sylvia's things, again, just those little, 10-minute videos, whatever, you can do a lot of what, Craig will do for you. It's not that hard to do. It's just sitting down and doing it, and that's the hard part. Sometimes it's, I got to get to that. And a week later, we're getting so busy, but,
May I ask to the group that's here, is there anybody who's doing similar or remotely to what Jeff was showing today and seeing results from it? Does anybody do much of that?
I use listing to leads, and I post on Facebook, and from there I'll boost the post. And whenever I do a listing, I'll probably get about 30 to 40 contacts.
that's awesome. How much does it cost to do that, Sonia?
Listing to leads is $50 a month, and then to boost, I just do $1 a day.
Wow.
And I usually do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Listing to leads.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's not one I've heard of. There's a lot of them out there, but that's working though. That's working well for you.
Yes, it does work pretty well.
Okay. Good for you. That's awesome. Thank you.
One thing I've done, even like if you don't have a listing, you're like, oh, I want to do property boost, but I don't have a listing. Well, you can, contact an agent that does have a listing. I like doing EXP agents in the area that have a listing and ask them, and, they should, if they're thinking, if they're alive and breathing, say, yeah, sure. And you can pop that in there, and it's, the same type of setup. You'll get those leads coming in, like any lead source, they're half our trash, but follow up and see what comes out of it.
So you can, and I wasn't sure on that, you can boost other agents' listings. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Then, Kyle?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got one going the last, 3 days or so. I did there's a couple different packages. You can do a 3-day, a week or something. So I did that week-long one, and I've gotten 3 leads on it so far, halfway through. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
It's just for $60 a week. I mean, it's just, when I first learned about that 6 months ago, I'm like, holy cow, like, okay, we're doing that. Again, we got 4 listings we're putting on this week. I guarantee we will do it with all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because why not? It's just, it's that time of year, whatever, things are starting to pick up. So to do all that kind of stuff, the payoff on that'll be good. So anyway, cool. Who else? Anybody else got something that you're doing? That's very cool, Julia, about you. I mean, just posting that one and getting the lead just like that. I mean, again, think about if you did that just, again, 4 or 5 times a day, and just do that. And then do, again, do some different searches, you can get specific with, if you're looking for buyers, first time buyers, zip codes, school districts, price ranges, different areas of town, all that kind of stuff. And you can do that on any IDX website. You can just do a search yourself as if you were the client, copy and paste that link, put it over there. They see the results of the search when they click on it. So, but you pick up the lead from that.
Hey, Jeff, I was just going to add in for like Julia's situation. If it came through Facebook and the phone number is bogus, you could do one of 2 things. A, you could always send a private message through Facebook versus saying, oh, hey, I got your number kind of thing. Or if for a fact that this person knows you and you know them, then you could always say, oh, hey, I saw that you did blah, blah, blah on my website or whatever. I had your contact in my phone, so I figured I would text you to get, a faster response or whatever. So it doesn't seem quite as creepy.
That's awesome. That's very good.
Very good.
What about, would you ever, Tara, just ask this, because, you can also do this if it's, again, coming through Facebook, you could go through Facebook Messenger and call them through there.
Yeah, you could do that. I don't typically use the call through Facebook method very often.
I wouldn't
it
use
does
it too
work.
much, but it would be one way to do it. It
Yeah.
seems like, I don't know.
Yeah, if you're someone who prefers to make a call versus sending a text, that's definitely an option.
One of the deals I closed last Friday, it came because of a Facebook post. It's a friend of mine that like 10 years ago, we used to do Taekwondo together. Her mom's moving from California. I've never talked to either one of them anywhere except through Facebook, the video phone option.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have not met the buyer. She'll be here, I think, toward the end of this week, even though we closed last Friday. So it feels like it's just throwing dice out in the middle of a craps table and hoping for the best, but that particular one worked out pretty well. But to this day, I still don't have the daughter's phone number. I can only talk to her through Facebook video call, and she answers whenever I call her. So,
Right.
okay, let's go.
Yeah. Good. What are you guys seeing with, are you seeing things start to pick up as we get into April and further into spring? Are you seeing some things?
Wild, wild west.
It's crazy out there. I know. It is crazy. It's still a feeding frenzy here in Colorado Springs. I mean, I know what's going to happen when we put these listings on, you know? Brian's here, Brian Decker.
Yep.
Did you just have a closing, Brian, last week?
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
Got another one coming up this week actually next week, sorry. But one thing I wanted to say about when you're boosting your properties and doing some stuff, you can retarget, where you're boosting that too. So if I wanted to retarget, I wanted to go to Dallas with it, Sean's area or Flower Mound, I could actually target my boost to an area. I've done that with some different stuff because I had a listing out of town that really wasn't drawing attention from Colorado Springs so much. And we retargeted that and we drew somebody in and we actually sold that to an out-of-state client.
Oh, wow.
So you can do some of that. And you can create some of that stuff outside of kvCore too and run an ad, and you could target anywhere in the country. And I think it's like $3 a day, if you do something like that, to a different area through Facebook. It's kind of unique. I mean, there's some other ways you can do it as well, but the boost thing, because I had a listing down south and we targeted Denver, and I got 29 leads out of Denver on that property.
Wow.
Alone. So those people are looking, maybe not specifically for that property, but now I got those 29 leads to hopefully, work on something else.
Sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. Just FYI.
That's a great idea, actually. I mean, if you can figure out where most of the buyers, out of state buyers that are moving into your area, where are they coming from? I mean, they're coming from all over the place, of course, but just, if whatever, 50% of them are coming from California or something, let me target, California, or again, like here, we do get Texas buyers up here, different things. That makes sense. Very cool. It's a great idea. Any other thoughts, comments, questions? We'll wrap it up here in a minute. It's a great time of year to just be going after it, and just, I think during the day, be out there, be talking to as many people as you can. Again, finding those buyers, finding the sellers, they're out there. You just got to be out where the people are. I mean, I don't like sitting in this office all day. I want to get out. I'll take my laptop and go sit in a coffee shop if I'm going to be on the computer and be out there, because then I can be around the people, overhear the conversations, introduce myself, get my cards out, just, wear your badge. You get people coming up, talking to you, asking you questions about the market and whatever, that kind of stuff. And so try and be out where the people are, for sure. But then, outside of maybe those business hours, this is when I tend to do a lot of these kind of posts, is like early in the morning, before 9-10 o'clock, whatever, before I'm out there talking to people, or after, 5:36, come home, spend an hour and just jump on there, put out an article, do a video, that kind of stuff. The other thing I would tell you, here's one thing too, that you can do. This, I thought, Julia, as well, like with some of these, leads that come in, I think one way, and Tim had a couple great posts yesterday on the Freedom Team workplace group, to reply back to a lead with a video. So a lead comes in, here's John Smith, and he fills out your seller thing, whatever. Instead of just trying to, email him back and all that kind of stuff, you could always do a quick video on your phone. Just introduce yourself. Hey, thanks so much. Whatever, whatever, just check your email. You should have an email with comps, blah, 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 whatever, just, and tell, 10 seconds about yourself. Been doing real estate here in Colorado Springs for 20 years, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If I can help you in any way, let me know. Look forward to talking to you soon, whatever. And just, you record that on your phone. And then you now send that, through Messenger or through, attach it to an email to go back to them, whatever. There's lots of ways to get that back to them. But if you did that with leads coming in, just personalize it. First of all, nobody's doing that. Okay. You now connect with them in a much better way, just your personality. And again, what they'll tell you, and you've heard us say this before, Tim said it yesterday, the biggest mistake people make is you do that video and then you watch that video. Don't watch the video. Just send the video. It's okay if you fumble around a little bit, you stutter on your words, you make a couple mistakes, just be human. It's fine. Okay. If you watch that video and now you redo that video, you're probably going to be redoing that video for the next 15 minutes, and you could send out, if you had, like Kyle, you got 20 some leads that come in over that property boost, do 20 of those videos. It shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes to do that. If you watch each video, you'll be doing that for the next 4 hours. It's just, don't watch the video, but just do a video and send the video back. I'm telling you, I mean, that connection right there, nobody's doing that. And now you can just connect in a whole different way. Those will turn into more leads, like real good leads, because of that. So that's something to consider and think about too. You might go into the Freedom Team Workplace group. And again, if you're part of EXP, and watch what Tim posted yesterday, he posted 2 or 3 videos like that, both going back to agents that you might be reaching out to, or what ways to just connect with people, but with leads, you can do that and it will set you apart. So that's another good thing to do. Okay. Any other thoughts, last minute questions, anything before we wrap it up? Everybody good? So hopefully some good value, some good content, guys. Just, again, we'll do the first Tuesday of every month. Again, kind of a, mastermind, just free for all, which we'll do this every week really, but we will be back next Tuesday, same time. I promise you, we will have the correct Zoom link in place. So be watching the Freedom Team Workplace group. My apologies for messing that up today. I'll be sure to have that figured out from Kim and everybody else.
Mind,
Yeah.
Kim, when you end up posting that, would you text me if you wouldn't mind?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that out. There's a lot of agents, and if I was in a situation where I had to go sell homes, guys, I'd be all over what he just showed, and I'd be posting that daily. You kidding me? If that lead to potentially 6 to 8 home sales, we're talking 50, 60, 70 grand to learn how to do what he just showed.
It won't be the crux of your business, but again, there's no way by doing what I just shared with you that you don't add another half dozen deals to your pipeline this year. If you just do that consistently, all kinds of ways you can bring in more business, but that is one simple way that's free, and again, every website out there, IDX website, should have stuff like that you can do. You can definitely be posting those articles and that kind of stuff. Again, just become the expert in your area, turn them into videos, and just, again, you're building your business with this. And so it'll definitely add to some things. So, okay. Guys, thank you very much. Again, we'll be back next Tuesday, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, with the correct Zoom ID. We will have that posted. This recording will be up onto the workplace group probably the next half hour to an hour. So if you want to watch this again, see some of that, feel free to do that too. But thanks, guys, for your time. Okay. Everybody have a great day. Have a good week. We'll see you soon.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, guys.
All right. You got it.